Hi, Ben here again with Amtex equipment with the second part of the video for Prowler 2533 LP. This is the second part of the video that we're doing for our client in Osaka, Japan, to be able to operate their machine, maintain it throughout the operation, and of course at the end shut down the machine correctly. Now if you take a look at the machine, pretty much if you notice we have connected 4 hoses. Your orange hose that comes with a Prowler, it is your discharge hose. Since you're going to be running it outside into the septic line, we went ahead and choose the orange color for safety. You notice it's going all the way to the septic line next to our office. There is 2 blue hoses. You got a large one and a small one. Of course, the one is your vacuum. Of course, the other one is pressure, which is connected in the front. And the 4th hose is your water supply. Now, as far as starting it, just like I emphasize in every video, is always make sure you check your oil level inside of the engine and also your oil level in your pump by unscrewing this one and having it out. As long as you have a droplet of oil on the tip of your finger, you should be safe. Okay, putting this back. Now, we have run about 50-some feet of hose to our office to show you the performance of it. All of our machines are designed to run about, all of our heat exchanger system machines are designed to run about 90-some seconds prior to startup. That way, you're allowing the system to preheat some water for you. By allowing the machine to go forward and do about 90 seconds of operation, you have the machine ahead of you producing hot water while you start cleaning. So now, you always have that hot water at your disposal ready to go. So what I have done, not to get you to wait for us for 90 seconds to heat this machine up. I've already run the machine for 90 seconds. What we're going to do, we're going to go start it, go to the wand and start showing its performance as far as the suction, heats, and what have you, and then we'll come back out and show you the shut-off procedure. Now, because it's LP powered engine, always make sure if you're not using your tank, your valve to be shut off. So we're ready to go. We're going to go ahead and open the LP flow to the engine. Now, as far as the speed of the engine, faster you run this baby, hotter it gets. And we normally don't recommend full speed on the engine because you want to preserve that engine to last the longest as possible. So we always recommend about 75 to 80% capacity of the engine as far as the RPM setting. This engine is designed to go 3600 RPM. But the way we designed this machine with extra coil in their heaters, there is no reason for them to run faster than 75% of capacity, which is about 3000 to 3100. So I'm going to go ahead and start the machine, run it about neighborhood of 3100, 3150, and then we're going to go to the one and show its power, come back out, and we show you the shut-off procedures. Now, again, like I said in the prior video, because it's LP power, not too much of a choking is needed starting the engine, unless if the engine is extremely cold. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the choke on the engine for you. That way you'll be able to kind of, be familiar with the operation of the machine completely, how to handle the throttle handle and how to handle the choke. As far as the startup, make sure your front bypass is closed, the yellow handle in the front. That way we keep the water inside of the machine to get heated. Then your throttle and the choke handle all the way to the right, which is the minimum position, and of course your choke is in the right position, which is open. From the right position on both handles, we'll move the throttle slightly to the left, move the choke all the way to the left. As you're cranking, open the choke. Normally, we allow the machine to run for about second to loosen up. Again, like I said, I will run the machine. Do not turn the machine on and right away rivet the engine to the higher RPM, because you want to allow the machine to start lubricating itself. And once you let the baby run for about a few seconds, which I'm demonstrating right now for you, we're going to go ahead and increase the RPM to the desired setting of 3100 or 3150. We'll go to the one and we'll show you power. Right now, your tachometer shows 2700. We're going to increase it. this machine is designed to run off of LP. That's why in most operation that they do in Japan, they're going to be doing an indoor type of cleaning. So because the machine is capable to do indoor operation, not too long of a hose is needed. You know, you can do an area, a massive area, by just only using 100 feet of hose, because remember, once you're inside of the building, with 100 feet of hose, you can go 100 feet to the left, 100 feet forward, and 100 feet. You can do a radius of 100 feet, which is quite a bit of space for a cleanup. Now we're going to get to the one. The one always should be down in a position, as you see, for safety. You never put the one down in this position because these parts are fragile and you don't want any kind of accident to happen. Your one bypass should be in an off position, which it is right now. The purpose of this valve is to get the hot water to me quicker, and if for whatever reason I need to leave the wand abandoned for extended amount of time, let's say 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm away from the machine, it's always good to kind of slightly open and allow the machine to kind of cool off. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and open it and get my steam to start coming to me, my hot water to start coming to me. I'm going to do some cleaning, and from there we're going to go to the machine and show you the shut-off procedures. Anyway, always make sure you want breathe air. We're going to go ahead and open it and start feeling for heat. You should hear a burst of steam coming in. There it is, right there. Okay, this is the beginning of your hot water. Pretty hot. Prowler 2533 LP. Again, go ahead and vacuum. That way you're allowing the machine to regain more hot water for you. And we'll go to the next section. You want to position stuff over there? Can you let go? The vacuuming. Let's say if I need to put the wand down for an extended amount of time, again, the right position will be upside down. And if I'm going to be away for an extended amount of time, let's say 5 or 10 minutes, it's always good, just like I emphasized in the other videos, to have this side valve slightly open. That way you're allowing a small amount of water to start exiting the unit to keep the system maintained. Now we're going to go ahead and again, since we've been talking, we're going to go ahead and bypass some of the cold water out, in, go. There we go. You can do a continuous cleaning with this because it is equipped with the two of the eruption heat exchangers. That's why you see that massive steam coming out of the wand. An incredible heat production. Again, you let go and do vacuuming. If you notice as I come back, I allow my wand to breathe a gulp of air. That way it pushes the recovered water faster towards the pump valve. Here it is, the world famous Prowler portable truck line. Now, since we're already done showing heat production and the suction power, we're going to go in and show you the shut-off procedures. Again, the position, the safest position to put the wand down the way it is Because we're going out to do the shut-off procedures, we do not need this valve to be left open, because since there is no suction to take the bypass water away, you may cause flooding, or you will cause flooding on the carpet. So since we're going through the machine, and on the machine in the front there is a bypass that allows us to cool off the machine, so that's the valve we're going to be using for safety. So our shut-off procedures is going to be basically a few steps. Once we go out, first step will be to lower the RPM, allow the machine to come down. Second will be to remove the filter while the machine is running. Your filtration box filter, remove the filter, allow the fresh air to go throughout the vacuum system and start drying the system out and getting it free of any kind of contamination buildup on the inside of the blower. Now the third will be to open the front bypass and allow the machine to cool off its heater. Fourth step will be to shut down the machine. Before shutdown, you do use the lubricant, which I'm about to use it for you, the lubricant inside of the blower. And the fifth step will be basically, after shutting down the engine, shut off the LP tank. We're going to go ahead and do the steps. Step 2 was to remove the filter. By pulling this piping back, you'll be able to remove the filter. If you notice there is a small amount of water, I'm just going to block the airflow to get rid of it. Evacuate all the hot water out of the system. If you take the camera up there, you can see the machine cooling off. Came out, first we lower the RPM because we don't need the machine to work any harder than it's supposed to. By having a lower RPM, you're allowing the machine to start cooling off. At the same time, I did remove the filter out of the filtration bar, so I'm allowing the fresh air to go in and start pumping out any kind of moisture out of the blower. While the machine is running without the filter, I went ahead and opened the yellow valve in the front to have all the hot water evacuated from the both heaters. If you notice, you did have a couple heat rise on the system. The system went up to 250 degrees, came back down to 210 and went back up because he's got two heaters. So he has to cool off both of our heaters. So once the cool off is done, if you look at the temperature gauge, it's all the way down. And of course our blower is dried out. Now it's going to be time for lubrication. You can use any kind of lubricant, any liquid wrench, WD-40s, and just while the machine is running with the front bypass valve open, about 5 seconds of dose of WD-40. That way you lubricated the blower, so the blower is already dry, but it needs lubrication just to kind of give it the final touch. So we're going to go ahead and spray about 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you might experience a slight back fire, which is normal because the engine, all your exhaust pipings are hot, so we're just going to go ahead and shut down. And then we're going to go ahead and shut off our front bypass. Of course, disconnecting all the hoses and putting the machine away, but definitely make sure you shut off your LP source for safety. Again, this was a operational video that we're doing for our customers in Osaka, Japan, to help them operate their new design of the Prowler. It's a 2533 LP. It's scheduled to be taken off tomorrow towards Osaka, and we want to appreciate our customer for a continuous business with us, and we're looking forward to work with them again. Again, this has been with Amtex Equipment, signing off from Houston. Thank you.